Alrighty. Sorry about that, guys. I was interrupted last video. Anyways, I'm back with the continuation of what happened since then. I've been doing some more work off camera from the previous video. I deleted the video and decided not to upload it because, yeah, I was interrupted in the halfway through the middle of that video, so we are gonna pretend that that video didn't happen, although I am working, continuing from it where I left off. So yeah, anyway, so I am doing some more work on the floors of Ollie's Lounge. The first time I was making this wall, I forgot to film that I was building it. So that version of it didn't happen. So yeah. Anyways, for those of you watching this video, I haven't been uploading as much because I've been dealing with some personal stuff, but in case you're wondering why you haven't been seeing as much videos from me, that would be why. Anyways, as you can see, I made Ollie's Lounge so big that a lot of the floor patterns that you're seeing me build are gonna have to be repeat patterns. So that will include the floor pattern at the entrance. Excuse me real quick. There we go. I just needed to clear my throat there for a second. Is the sun setting on this yet? No, it is not. It is over there. Okay. I thought it was setting for a second, but it is not. If it does, I'll have to do what I always do to stop it from doing that momentarily. Anyways. So Roblox has decided that there are going to be, that my trusted Roblox friends are going to be able to chat with me. However, I still don't agree with their age thing using AI. And that's to say, they are forced to have an update that basically the only reason for it is that COPPA, which is COPPA, is by law forcing Roblox to have the update that they're having now. And I personally really don't agree with them using AI for it. And I've said this before on my channel, like I get that AI can be a useful tool, but you know, if it's being used to scan what someone's age is, no matter what identification they have to use for that, then it shouldn't be used at all for that, like at all. Because there really are some negatives that come from that. It really, you know, the AI thing is not going to help Roblox at all. Roblox and roleplay games and even other such games on there on Roblox that require communication they're starting to lose popularity. And I looked this up since this new chat update on Roblox. Basically, the only way you can chat on Roblox is if you let their AI scan whatever identification you have that you need to use. But and then it sorts you based on whatever age it guesses that you are. And I've seen videos of some people reacting to this in negative light because it uses AI, and there are some game developers that are putting out popularity charts since the new Chat AI update, and it really seems like they're starting to lose some players because of that. They used to have a lot of players, but now a lot of the players, if they have Roblox friends, I am not calling them connections because it just infuriates me to no end that Roblox calls them that. Those Roblox friends of yours, if they're younger or older than you, they may or may not be able to use the chat features with you. And it's going to feel like they're just spectating in the games they join you on. And it really sucks because you won't be able to play games that use the chat socials that require teamwork. And role-play games, they require chat for, social purposes. This new update with the AI, it goes completely against that. And I don't expect that Roblox's popularity and popularity of a lot of the roleplay and other games on there are going to go back to normal visits due to this new update. And it really is sad to see these games lose their popularity with this AI that Roblox is using. Because, I am 21 plus, and the AI guessed it correctly. However, when that update first started on my end, I couldn't chat with the majority of my Roblox friends on there. I couldn't. No matter which games I played on with them, I was unable to chat, to be social with them. And I had to only do it through my character's bios. And in games like Warrior Cats Ultimate Edition, that just doesn't work. And even like half of my Roblox friends that are younger than me, they're basically just going to be spectators and role plays. And they're not going to be able to see what everyone older and younger than them are saying. And I have never once agreed with Roblox using this AI update. I still don't agree with it. And some game developers are putting out new updated popularity charts to show how much popularity their games have lost since Roblox has had this AI update. And they're starting to tank in popularity now because of the new chat updates. It's an AI use chat restricted update. This is what Roblox has turned to now. I get they're forced to have this update for safety reasons, but they need to stop using AI for it. It doesn't help anyone be social on the platform. And you would think Roblox, before this update, was a social platform. It was, and so were the games. They were social. You could chat on there. You could use chat there, no matter who you were Roblox friends with or not. But then, Roblox decided to have AI with this chat update. It's really sad to see that it's a path Roblox is heading down on. It really is. And it's sad to see the games on there are starting to tank in popularity. They're going down in popularity because Roblox themselves, the people that own it, are using AI. And the CEO of it is, for some reason, all aboard with using AI, despite the fact that this AI is not always. The one complaint I come across with Roblox using AI is that the AI they are using just really doesn't always get people's ages correct on there. And, well, it got mine correct, but half of the players are going to see videos of on YouTube are going to say that it really, it doesn't always get your age correct, and it will put you into the wrong age group that it thinks you are. And while that is a valid complaint, it hasn't happened to me because Roblox, the AI on there did get my age right. It got my age correct. But just because I'm 21 plus, that shouldn't stop me from wanting to have chat with my Roblox friends on there. But yet, half of them are not going to be able to use chat with me. Currently, only a select few of them are able to. Not all of them are. And it really is sad. Because you would think that Roblox being a social platform, that they wouldn't need to have this update. But they're required, not required, they are forced by law to have it for safety reasons on there. And while I do agree there are safety reasons to have the chat update, there is no excuse for them to use AI for it. And normally Roblox would be like other platforms. They would be against you sharing your personal information like other such social websites, games, and platforms. And yet, they're using AI. And the AI is stopping all the social interactions because all of the people that have Roblox friends on there are not going to be able to chat with a whole lot of them because of the age group that they're put into. And it's really sad to see this happen. It really is. And it is one of the reasons I don't agree with Roblox having AI. And COPPA is what they're called. They are forcing Roblox to have a safety feature update. Yet this update Roblox has now is using AI for it. And I know I am ranting a lot of dislike for Roblox having AI, but it is well deserved. It is a well-deserved dislike for them having the AI because they shouldn't have it in the first place. if you want Roblox to be a safe platform for every player on there, then force them to have, better safety moderators instead of AI, because the AI is going to incorrectly guess their age, and it's going to put them into the wrong age groups that it thinks they're, old enough to be in the first place. And I'm sorry, but no. I don't personally agree that both things should be using AI for this. Because when it gets... The one thing I would like COPPA to tell Roblox is to not use AI. Because that AI, it's going to scan your identification. That is an invasion of personal information right there. And Roblox, like other platforms, normally would be against having personal information be shared. Yet the AI they're using is scanning parts that is scanning identification. Identification makes up your, parts of your personal information. The AI is going to scan that. Now, should Roblox really be doing this? Like, genuinely, should they? I don't believe they should. Because of what it does. Not only does it scan whatever identification you have, but it also just... I don't really agree with it being on the platform. I really don't. And I have already said why that is. So instead of continuing to talk about that, I'm going to move on to something that makes me feel a little bit better. Of not talking about that. So I recently watched Superhero Bro play his early key game of Poppy Playtime Chapter 5. And I will not lie that when I saw Prototype's design in it, I genuinely got real excited that he finally gets to reveal what he actually really looks like. Though I will say I don't know how many voice actors that he has, but apparently he has more than one, to show that he has the ability to copy and mimic voices that he's heard before. I will say, though, I'm probably not going to be a fan of the way he treats Poppy in Chapter 5. And I won't spoil it for those who haven't watched it. But my goodness, is Prototype really, really possessive. Yeah, Superhero Bro he's really as famous as a theorist, but not only that, he has his own horror game now. Let's see, what was it? He said it was named. Oh yeah, he made his own horror game called Glitched Out. For those of you that might recognize his channel name, he made his own horror game. Not only that, he's also been playing a game by Unique East titled Indigo Park. He's also played FNAF, Dark Deception, if I'm not mistaken. The current chapters he's played are up to the most recent one that he's played lately. I think one of them he played was in early access at first. Of course you're sitting. Time to do what I always do. There we go. Anyways. But yeah, it's been fun watching him play that chapter of Poppy Playtime. Because he's played chapters 1 through 4. Anyways. So, yeah. Anyways. I will say, yeah, to learn why Huggy Wuggy acts as aggressive as he is. As aggressive as he normally is. Starting all the way back in the first chapter of Puppy Playtime. It has been real refreshing to see, like, as to why he attacks the way he does. Because it's like he's not hunting our, the protag that we play as in Poppy Playtime out of necessity. Well, I shouldn't say out of necessity. Like, as a means of survival. It's more like he does it as a means because he doesn't want to be lonely. And I will say, I was starting to think before chapters 4 and 5 of Poppy Playtime that I started thinking when Superhero World played chapter 3 about, like, what if Ollie really is the prototype? And then chapter 4's nearing and toward the conclusion of the 4th chapter in Poppy Playtime had confirmed it. And I will say that when people in Guatemala's stream pointed out the fact that half of Catnap's plush fur was on Prototype's back, I didn't realize until I looked closer in that live stream that was on Prototype's design. And then when I looked closer, I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, yeah, okay, I see what they mean now. For those of you who haven't watched Superhero Bros playthrough of it, I will not spoil it. But just know that Prototype is just got this really awesome, cool design that he has. And it's like you get to learn more about the dynamic he has with Poppy and the dynamic that Huggy and Kissy have. But yeah. Anyways, I almost forgot what I lost my train of thought, guys. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just working on Ollie's Lounge. I have a cool story for it that I'm piecing together in my head at the moment. Once I got that sorted out, then I will try to figure out how I can make it work after I get all of it built. I do have some other builds I want to have on this other than just Ollie's Lounge. I want to build like some houses and other things like that. So yeah, that is my plan for it at least. Anyways, this is what I meant by these patterns are going to have to repeat all the way here. And then I'm going to have to do those same patterns all the way in the back over there. Which is going to be a bit exhausting after I get it all done, but once all the floors are done, I will then build all the stages, and then I will do the walls, and then after that, well, actually no, the room floors are going to be next after I get the stages built. Oh, wait, hold on, what was I oh, wait a minute. That's not how this was meant to go. I'ma just clear these because they weren't supposed. Okay, so this pattern wasn't supposed to be here. Yeah, you know what? We're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. We're just gonna pretend I didn't just mess this up. Anyways, let's just... Anyways, let me see if I can fix this real quick after I sit down. Do that. Come on. I was pressing the wrong buttons. There we go. Wait, no. That's not the prismarine I meant to grab. There we go. Dark prismarine, that's who I meant to grab. I meant to grab them and I was grabbing prismarine bricks. I meant to grab dark prismarine. So, yeah, anyways. This is going to be a very, very long build, and that is not an exaggeration. Oh well. I've always liked Prismarine and Dark Prismarine together. Just because it just looks like they just go so well together as two different contrasting colors. And I just really, really enjoy it. Okay. That has been fixed. Finally. Anyways, I don't know what sort of lore I want to have all these lounge to be exactly. I'm kind of working out like what lore story I want all these lounge to have. As soon as I get figured out, I will try to plan how I can make it work. Anyways, I have made my own critter OCs for Puppy Playtime. They're called the Laughing Critters. And, you know, they have different sets from each other. I think I talked about this a lot, but I changed Patch's experiment number for Puppy Playtime to be basically experiment number 3036 instead. So, yeah. That is what I've come to with his number. I think that's the only one I've changed so far. The others will have different experiment numbers from each other as well. I do want there to be an even split among their genders, so there will be 4 female ones and 4 male ones. Patch will be the 3rd male member. Gifty Griffin will be the first of those. And then Artie Fox is going to be the 2nd one, and then Snaky Snake is going to be the 3rd one of those. So Gifty Griffin will be 3035. Artie will be experiment 3032. No, 3036. No, Patch is 3036. Artie will be 3037. And Sneaky Snake is going to be 3038. Now this means for the girls' side of the Laughing Critters that Leah Leopard is going to be 3031, and Dolly Dolphin is going to be 3033, and Gina Giraffe is going to be 3034. So yeah. I kind of like the story concept that Puppy Playtime has. It's a really an interesting take on mascot horror in terms of that. And I just really like how well put together that the lore of it is coming together in terms of that. I will say I do like having a concept where, because those of us who saw playthroughs of Chapter 5 already will have already have seen what the prototype looks like already at this point. But apparently in the replayed live stream I was watching, apparently someone was pointing out that Prototype has, I think they said like 14 voice actors. He has a lot of different voice actors to show his ability that he can talk in different voices of the ones he's heard before. And it's just like the red gas he carries around is just because he just screams at him angrily and just like rips the canister of it from him. And you gotta understand, she seems to be very protective of Poppy, and I think that's why in Chapter 3 she attacks the protag that we play as in Poppy Playtime. Because at Playcare, she thought we were one of the scientists responsible for making her who she is. And then Poppy calmed her down and said, and was telling her that the protag is not one of those people. Dante, if you remember, calls the protag Poppy's angel. I do like the overall story that Poppy Playtime is putting together so far, and I can't wait to see what they do to add more onto it. I definitely think it's going to be really cool when the game is fully completely done in terms of gameplay and story, just to learn the full story of everything there. So yeah, it's going to be really cool once it's all said and done. Anyways, off camera until the next video, I'm still be working on this, and then there will be some progress of this build shown once it's all done. And I will see you all the next time I upload a video. Bye until the next time.